teed it up, man, and we have some very, very, very special guests in the studio with us today. And just so excited to be rocking with our Alsco crew. We had a great dinner last night, and
yes,
it was. Thank you guys for that. It was unbelievable. But we're going to talk about a lot of things. We've been going hard with the HBCU platform. Dion, I mean, the calls been flying out. I mean, they've been coming in like you wouldn't believe, based on his new decision to go to Colorado. But there's various opinions. One is that, he should have stayed longer than I wish he would have. But the other opinion is that he's raised the HBCU platform to a whole different level. And that's even transcends over to other walks of life, corporate America, things of that nature. So what's interesting, it's a good backdrop to what I'm talking about these three. I talked to these two young men up here who's rocking with us, man. We're so happy to have from Alsco. We got a guy all the way from Salt Lake City, K-Mac. All the way from Salt Lake City.
All the way from Salt. Did you bring in the snow?
I'm happy to leave the snow there.
Okay.
The voice you heard it's Dr. I got to make sure I put Dr. for his name. Dr. John Jaggy, who is the director of HR, Alsco. That's corporate. He's straight in from the corporate America.
Yes,
so
sir. Yes, sir.
He's here to rock with us, man. And joining him is a local guy who, I mean, he an Aggie, and it's all good, because we kind of rock with the Eagles of North Carolina Central, but it's all HBCU love, man. We so happy to be rocking with Gene Ketter, who is here and lives in Charlotte, but he's also involved with HR. He's the Regional 6 HR business partner, and he grew up here locally in Pinehurst. And Will Mannis, who is in the studio, is in charge of recruiting, management, and trainees for Alsco. So, hey, guys, thank you to have you guys here, man. Pleasure to have you guys join us this morning.
Very excited to be here.
So, why are we having this conversation? I think we have this conversation around HBCU. And John, I want to ask you first. Gene reached out to us early and said, hey, we want to talk to you guys about, let's do some partnerships around HBCU platform, particularly getting more HBCU grad alums or whatever involved in Alsco.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Why is that important to you?
Gosh, well, we're just blessed as an organization. Alsco's in its 133rd year,
right?
Which is just remarkable in my mind. And one of the reasons for the success is we operate in dozens of cities across the United States and worldwide, really. But one of the reasons that we're successful is we love the communities in which we operate. We're successful because of the communities in which we live. We go to the schools there. We go to the churches there. We are part of the fabric of community. Mm-hmm. And that means that I think that our workforce, our employees, need to represent and be reflective of the communities in which we operate. And this idea of diversity in HBCUs is an important part of that for us.
Oh man, that's unbelievable.
Yes, you're right down my alley, right down my path. Is of course one of the things I love to support. Gene, I got a question for you. Is especially being an HBCU grad, attending an HBCU, living in Charlotte, living in a very diverse community. Mm-hmm. Talk about what it is that you guys, from a community perspective, look to do to bridge the gap, like in a community like Charlotte.
K-Mac, it's all about providing opportunity. I mean, what we want to do is, we know that some of our communities are underserved, and the HBCU organization, and like you said, Errol, it's all love. Mm-hmm. I'm an Aggie.
Yeah.
Aggie bred.
Yeah.
And when I die, I'm Aggie dead. but it's all HBCU love. And what we want to do is we want to provide those opportunities to get into leadership positions, to grow your career, to take care of your families. And I've been under organizations that don't have great leadership and don't have a great culture, and I've been in organizations that do, and Alsco is one that does, and I want to make sure that everybody gets that opportunity.
Man, again,
we're talking with our friends from Alsco. We got Gene Ketter, who lives here in Charlotte. He's a Regional 6 HR business partner. Also, John Jaggy, who's the director of HR at Alsco. And in the studio in the back, we got Will Mannis, who's in charge of recruiting, management, trainees, and interns. And Will and I had a very interesting conversation last night about when it comes to recruiting management trainees and recruiting managers and how important culture is, right? Talk about culture and as it pertains to retaining talent or recruiting talent, how important it is to have a culture that is attractive to minority talent.
I think it begins and ends with culture for us. The dozens of cities in which we operate, they all have a unique flavor, a unique I think they just have just a uniqueness, and as a result, in order for us to be successful, we have to have a workforce, a management team that is reflective of that. And so we work hard to partner with local institutions, the NCANTs, North Carolina Centrals, those folks that are going to be able to help us stay integrated and remain a part of the fabric of these communities. These folks grew up with these communities. They live here. They likely going to die here too. And that just, I think, positions us for long-term success in the communities in which we serve.
Hey, guys, got to tell you, we got a real important guy in the sports shop's life, listening in, chiming in. Jim Divers is watching us right now.
That's my guy.
That's my guy. So shout out to Jim, man.
Jim's my guy.
Jim is the reason why.
Roll Tide.
That's right. Jim is the reason why you guys are here, why we were talking about Alsco. So we always take our hat off and show him so much love. Outstanding guy. Just he saw us and linked up with us, and it's been a great partnership from that point on. So Gene, I got to bring you in on this one. So as we look at the landscape, we talked about the ANTs and the Centrals, and they have 10 HBCUs in this state.
Absolutely.
Is it you guys goal is to try to engage with a lot of those HBCUs?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we've got multiple branches in the state of North Carolina. We're in Charlotte, we're in Raleigh, Durham, we're in Kinston.
Okay.
I want to make sure
that's where Graham is from, Kinston. Matter of fact, Kinston is the home of several basketball players, major ones. There's a guy named Fred Morton. You probably don't know him, but he's one of the best players ever came out of Kinston. You ever heard of him before?
That's a little before my days. I'm being honest.
We call him Knockdown Freddie.
Knockdown Freddie.
Knockdown Freddie. One of the sweetest jumpers you ever seen. Knockdown Freddie.
Knockdown Freddie. But that's important though to represent those communities where those schools are located.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, Johnson C. Smith is in our backyard in Charlotte. We've got Winston-Salem State. We've got, I don't want to forget anyone, but there's so many great HBCU organizations where we can, support the talent. And it's not just what the HBCUs can do for Alsco, but it's also what Alsco can do to support the HBCUs.
Wow. I'm happy to hear you say that. So when you say what can Alsco do to support HBCUs, because reason I had the honor of monitoring a panel with a number of, most of the chancellors and our presidents from the HBCUs here locally and in the state, and we heard a lot about corporations like yourselves coming to HBCUs and saying, what can we do to support? What can we do to lend a hand? What can we do? Talk to me about some of the initiatives and some of the partnerships you guys have been kind of thinking about that you want to implement, some things that are going on, because that's really where I think we get an opportunity to see, the value is a true partnership between, corporate America and the HBCU community and figuring out what we can do to kind of work together.
That's one of the things I think that Alsco does really well, and frankly, a little bit differently than a lot of organizations out there. It's very easy to parachute into a school once or twice a year, recruit like mad, and then disappear.
That's right.
You just disappear.
Yep.
That's not how we do it. We're selective about the organizations with which we partner because we are going to be there 7, 8, 9 times a year. We get to know the students. We get to know the faculty. We get to know the administration. We get to know their culture. Talk about, understanding their culture. That helps us see if we're a good fit as well. We research with them. We design courses with them. We publish peer-reviewed papers with them, and I think that's unique around here. And what it's done is it's frankly allowed us to have just tremendous success. The administrators know us. The faculty know us. The students know us. They can decide if it's a good fit for them because it's got to go both ways, right? And that's been a good secret to our success.
Gene, chime in if you can, please.
It's not a flavor of the month.
Okay.
That's part of the issue. When I attended A&T, and this was 25 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You knew the companies and the organizations that were there just to cherry pick the top talent.
Sure.
And you knew the ones that really wanted to be a part of something special.
Mm.
And that's what Alsco wants to do. You don't make it 133 years by being a fly-by-night supporter.
Right.
You've really got to be ingrained in the communities that you serve. And so, HBCUs are hot right now. They're getting a lot of attention. There's a spotlight on them.
Right.
But we're not trying to exploit that or take advantage of that. We
Interesting.
want to build a true partnership.
Wow. Man, that's great, dude. So, I mean, at some point, we want to tell people how they can reach out and contact you guys or the appropriate places to contact us. But I do want to give a shout out to the oldest man in the world.
I thought it was North Carolina.
No. He went from the world. He went from North Carolina to USA. Now the entire universe. That would be way more.
He was recently spotted in Tibet.
So, hey guys, I want to get you since it's a sports talk show. I mean, who's your team? All right, let's start the NFL. Gene, who's your team?
I support the Philadelphia Eagles through and through.
K-Mac, you hear that?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait.
Well, I'm a Commanders fan, so
Okay.
So we're gonna break your heart again.
It's the only loss. It's the only loss we had.
How many did you lose to us?
No,
Well, okay.
I thank the Commanders because if it wasn't for the Commanders, we wouldn't have went out and got Sue and got
That's
some of the
true.
talent. we got
Oh
to
wow,
stop the run.
That's true.
Oh wow,
That's
man.
true.
Take that, K-Mac.
That's true. That's true. That's fair.
So, John, who's your school?
Well, golly, I've been walking through the valley of the shadow of death for quite a while with the Chicago Bears.
Yeah. Chicago. Ooh. I pray for you, my friend.
They got a legacy.
Someone needs to pray for me.
They used to be pretty good.
Yeah, back in the 80s, like Walter Payton was there. Yeah, 85. Oh man, it's incredible. But yeah, it's really cool because I know you guys are involved with some sporting news. I know NASCAR was big. It's big on your agenda. That's how we got involved big time with the NASCAR. That's a big part of what you guys do and other things as well.
Yeah, that's important for us. Again, it's part of being, I think, part of our culture, and reaching out and finding different ways, non-traditional ways to engage with places in which we operate. And NASCAR has been a great partner, and hopefully we're a great partner for them.
It's interesting now. I mean, so just thinking about all of the great things you guys do. What's one of the things that probably stood out to you, and you probably sat back and said, damn, that was pretty cool. We did some pretty cool stuff right there.
One of the things, I'll stick with the NASCAR theme if that's all right. We have sponsored a number of drivers, and they've had just tremendous success. But it isn't just about sports. Sometimes there's politics that runs through that. There's human interest that runs through that sport.
Nice.
And we had the opportunity to sponsor Bubba Wallace's Black Lives Matter, his car. Oh wow. And
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
That's right. His team reached out and said, "You want to be a part of this?" And we said, without hesitation, "You bet. That would be just terrific." And so, great event for us, and a great event for NASCAR, I think.
Nice. What about you, Gene?
Yeah.
Alsco puts their money where their mouth is. We are a supporter of the Utah Jazz. If you watch Jazz games, you'll see our logo. There are so many organizations. I got a chance to see kind of the other side of the business. When I first joined the company, I traveled with some of our route drivers, and I got to visit some of these organizations and some of these facilities and sporting arenas and things like that. And you just see the level of support that Alsco gives in addition to being a service provider. So it's not just about providing a service. It's also about, what can we do to partner and make a long-term relationship.
Wow. I remember during COVID, you guys were giving out I guess you were having drawings for some of the plant workers. And you were
yeah.
Because
I know Wayne was here.
We did a little bit of the lottery, which was terrific. I mean, the organization put up about $150,000 and said, listen, we know it's a personal choice, but the health of our employees, the health of our communities is important.
Right.
Get vaccinated, and we, in fact, we came out. Gosh, we came out to the East Coast 2 or 3 times with
I remember.
winners.
Yeah, I remember one of it. It was a winner. I was just like, oh wow, that's pretty nice.
We'll be remiss if we want to ask our other team member who's in the studio, but Pamela Thompson-Smith, I think she wanted to chime in just real quickly with you guys.
Yes, I was back here talking and realizing that you guys have the Pinehurst connection, and I'm from near that area, went to Chatham Central at Chatham County, so just really wanted to say that we're praying for that area with Moore County and all that's happened. And I know you probably have family members there. I know he has family members in that area, and we just actually saw a commercial for GoFund. So just, really wanted to let you know we're thinking about you guys, your families and your connection to Moore County.
Yeah, you experienced that personally, didn't you?
Yes, Will and I did fly in on Saturday, and Will has family right there in Moore County, and we were spending time with his family, and they are in the thick of it, and but they're his family's in law enforcement. They're doing the Lord's work in my mind, and our thoughts and prayers are with them.
Absolutely.
It's unfortunate that things like that happen.
Yeah.
But it gives us an opportunity as a community to come together and support each other. And yes, I've got family down there in small town called Taylortown and Pinehurst, and wish them well.
Yeah, and I have family in Carthage.
Yeah, that's another.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Taylortown and Carson.
Oh
Yeah. That's good
They
stuff.
down there close to Beaver Creek, ain't they, Pam?
Not too far, about 25, 30 minutes.
That's right, man. See you at the truck
And
wagon.
tell them it's Bear Creek. Respect the name.
So,
The Chuck Wagon, that's a restaurant.
the Chuck Wagon.
Wagon.
They see the
I see
Chuck
the
Wagon
Chuck
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know all about that one. Yeah, the Chuck Wagon restaurant. I know definitely about that one. So, talking about a company as large and historic as Alsco, why sports? You guys support tons and tons and tons of sports, professional sports, NASCAR, you name it. Why sports?
In my mind, sports brings us together. Sports is part of our identity. It's part of how we define who we are, and so it becomes less of a corporate sponsorship thing. It's more part of participating in our identity and being who we are.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, it's sports. When we talk about diversity and inclusion, that's where everyone is on an equal playing field.
Levels the
Everyone
playing
has the same
field. You're right.
opportunity.
That's exactly right.
And that's the environment that we're trying to create at Alsco.
Yeah, exactly, man.
That's true.
Well, this has been great, man. I mean, just unbelievable having you guys here.
We won the company softball league.
You stupid.
I mean, I'm just saying, I gotta, tell what teams win. Operations better be winning.
Yeah, it's corporate. Yeah, that's a good point. Corporate is better than operations. There's something wrong with that.
Exactly. No pun intended, HR.
None taken.
Well, man, it's been a great time having you guys stop by, man. We really want to let the people know about the special. You guys are leaning into this HBCU community and have them be part of your community, and we think that's important going forward. And great to hear about it's a part of you guys' fabric.
Well, we sure love you guys. We love this partnership, K-Mac, Errol. It's just an honor to be here, and it's an honor to see the good work that you do, and if we can help that in some small way at A&T, at Central, where that's going to be, gosh, we're all in.
But there it is, Mac.
Pretty good.
Yes, that's
Good
pretty
stuff.
good.
It's the first time in history I said this close to 1, 2, 3 HR people.
That's a good thing. K-Mac.
Most time when you they got something they want to talk to you about, and the tip is not good.
That's it.
I'm good with the 101s. The 301s make me nervous.
When 3 people come in, oh, you got a problem.
Hey, look, you're not getting a raise.
You may have to raise up out of here. That's all the raise you get.
You're not getting a raise. It's like wow. Especially they come in with a box. That's not what you're looking for. But no, it's been great having you guys. We had a wonderful time last night.
Yep.
We really do appreciate you guys inviting us out. We had a wonderful time. So it was really nice, and it's good to see you guys. See every time Wayne and Freddie and all the guys, and Chris. Bring some of their partners in from
Great
Salt
guys.
Lake, no matter where. You guys are always the same. It's a true culture. It's a true way of doing business. You guys do wonderful work, and we really do appreciate you. So our partnership during the pandemic probably solidified that more than anything. It was true friendship more than it was a
Yeah,
partnership.
it's definitely turn into that. It's great when you can do business with friends. It makes it even better than that, man.
Yeah.
So Gene and John, thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Everybody that's involved, Jim, I know you're watching. Say hello.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, baby.
Roll Tide.
Wayne and the whole crew, man. We appreciate you guys, man. Matt, let's close this thing out, man. We got to get up out of here.
Well, it's time to go. I don't mind leaving. But we got
You ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here.
I don't mind leaving.